Hello people of the internet, it is I, Soulrack Dragon here, back with more Fate Grand Order, where today, the Mystic Eye Symphony event has released, as well as the limited 5-star servant, Medusa Saber, is available. And as per the stream title, and maybe the video on YouTube, I'm going to be rolling for her today. For at least a little bit. I don't have a lot of quartz, but I've got some, and I will be putting an effort in. But speaking of YouTube, please be sure to like this video to show some support, and subscribe to the channel. It shows that you really enjoy what I'm doing, and it'll let you know when I put out more. I've been on a content barrage lately. A lot of shorts. Which is a good thing. Those are getting some good views. But, also, you can also check me out on Twitch, same name, same games. You'll know when I go live, or you can check my Discord out and not mute the channel, and you'll get a notification, or rather, a notification will show up when I go live. I might fix it so that people get notifications, though. I'll have to figure that out. But, yeah, so let's really quickly here read the event synopsis and then the summoning summary. So, Mystic Eye Symphony, the Bewitching Forest, and Beautiful Footprints. Prologue. There's a problem with the Storm Border Simulator. Master and party, including the newly summoned Medusa, head to investigate only to find a forest maze that is increasingly becoming something otherworldly. The forest continually restores itself no matter how many trees are cut or burned down. Frustrations mount, but a glimmer of hope shines through when they see words inscribed on the wall of trees blocking their way. Down kick. They do as the name suggests. At once the trees disappear and a path is revealed. But just when Master and party thought they had finally figured out the mysterious forest's tricks, the servant who kicked the wall of trees suddenly loses all their magical energy. Although the loss is temporary, Master realizes they need all hands on deck to traverse this forest. This is a journey through a mysterious forest that calls forth the servant's power. Kick open Chaldea's path to the future and prevent the anomaly on the storm border. Hey, J6 and Deante, welcome to the stream. Happy things. You beat Augur second try, nice. Your luck is bad, did 7 multis, 30 ticks, failed to get Saberdusa, rip. And Deante, you're going to be rolling for Saberdusa and the new JP unit tomorrow. I know nothing about the JP units. If it's not story spoilers, then I'm happy to hear, but if it is story spoilers, mum's the word. Howdy things, guys, howdy things. You got Zerkalot, 2 Lily Medusas, Martha, and Penthesilea. It's kind of low. A lot of Berserker and just purple hair. Actually, just a lot of purple hair. Like, Zerkalot, Medusa Lily, Martha, they all have purple hair. That's interesting. Rally all your servants to navigate the forest maze in the simulator and enjoy the event story as you progress in the main quest. The key to clearing quests is to borrow the strength of many servants. Strengthen a lot of servants to help you in the event. Eligible from today until the end of the month. You need to have defeated Avalon Lefay, so this could be a little bit more on the difficult side of things. There is a 6 cent quartz reward for the social media campaign. Playing the event, take all your servants to solve the mystery of the simulator that is turned into the forest maze. Traverse quest will appear as you finish main quest. Clear to unlock the next. Yeah, it's a tower event. Bond points, lots of stuff. Foliage quests after a certain amount of quests will give you various rewards and required to unlock. Exhausted servants. Yeah, this is just a bunch of 2 Medusa Lily spooks annoys you. Yeah, that honestly being spooked by Medusa Lily that much would be annoying. It's an event servant. The HP value. Low HP value servant. So, a glass cannon, essentially. Glass cannon servants can be a bit finicky to use. Can be very, very finicky. Rest stops on the main quest. Smart sort the servants to display exhausted. Yep. As well as presumably... Oh, the event HP values. So, inflated HP values. Gotcha. So I might not be able to clear this with one leveled up 1-star servant and then just a bunch of unleveled servants then. Good to know. Support party setup. High difficulty challenge quests as well. But that's kind of expected. Anything new? Saberdusa has 100% boosting. Okay. If I get her, that'd be nice. You can just try hard. True. Very, very true. Tryharding is a thing. Traverse rewards, so a lot of embers, a 5-star. That's kind of the big thing. Just some 5-star embers and lanterns of Chaldea. Limited events CE. You're gonna solo every floor. I believe in you, J6. I believe. Artisanal Spirits. That looks like Tomoe, Galatea. I cannot tell who... Is that Penth in the background? Like, bottom right? Is that supposed to be Penth from Amazonas? Possibly. Debuff immune for 1 time. Crit strength by 10. Starting NP of 30. That's not Penth. Okay. I have no idea who that might be in the right then. And this also boosts spawn points. Okay. Login bonus for some fruits. Or apples, rather. Half AP for all Bleached Earth quests. I already experienced that. And then there is the Summoning campaign. Medusa has a saber. She wields a golden sword. Her own offspring. That's one way to describe it. You know, her sword is her offspring. Is this a Medusa that got with Shiro or something? Because I wouldn't put it past Shiro to have a sword as a kid. 3 event CEs will grant attack strength bonuses. Let's see. Anything new pertinent information? So, Saber Medusa. We've already seen her in the, Yeah, I know we're talking about Chrysor, but I'm making a joke, man. We've already seen some of, We weren't supposed to get the half-off Storm Pods this event. It's only half-off AP, not the Storm Pods, though. That's weird. So, we've already seen Saberdusa in Paper Moon. She is a single target, or she is an... Yeah, she is a single target, right? No, she's AoE. She's an AoE quick Saber. No, she is single target. The attack increase messed me up. Okay. So she is a single target quick Saber who does an AoE boost for Earth attribute allies. I have no idea outside of looking on the wiki how to determine if an ally is Earth attribute or not, because I do not know anywhere in the game that they show that kind of stuff. Like, are we supposed... Do they expect you to take notes or something? I don't know. Medusa as a saber, she wields a golden sword, her own offspring. Following Perseus' beheading of the serpent-haired monster whose mystic eyes turned people to stone, 2 beings were born from her blood. One was the winged horse named Pegasus, the other was a monster holding a golden sword. Limited time CEs. 5-star CE. Sweat. Yeah, that's Sweat Blood? That's Sweat, right? Sweet is 2 E's. Why? That just sounds painful. Why would they name a CE Sweat Blood? That just sounds incredibly painful and not pleasant. They started doing that show in the enemy thing. They show the attribute in the bond profile. Do they? I don't really look at that kind of stuff too often. But yeah, Sweat Blood, kind of disturbing for CE. Ignore Invincible and Arts by... Ignore Invincible flat, 3% art boost, 15% NP gain, and a bit of a strength boost. The Ignore Invincibility is kind of the only real standout thing there. We have Yang Guifi, we have Wu Zetian, and again, I can't tell who that is in the background. There are so many white-haired servants, it's hard to say. Flowers of the Sun, quick by 4, arts by 4, 2 stars each turn, and a 40% boost. This one features maybe Jason and Voyager? Maybe Carmilla? Yeah, Carmilla, I could see that being Carmilla. But this one is just kind of... I don't know, it's kind of a Jason-esque hairstyle, but the other one, it's hard to say. It's not really too I don't really have any ideas. Be shelved. Oh, poor Matahari. Why are they shelving her? I don't think she's had anything in story for so frickin' long. I can't even remember the last time Matahari had anything, actually. Poor thing. Arts by 3, starting NP of 10%. Yeah, poor Matahari. You can see her NP on, or Saberdusa's NP on the interwebs. Still nothing on JP. I reiterate, poor Matahari. I'll take some ceremonial swords, Apollo quartz, and all other stuff. More stuff. Wow, I've got a lot of silver embers in here that I didn't realize I had. I honestly didn't realize I had so many silver embers still in my present box. Hey, Janice, welcome to the stream. Happy things. You are just in time. I am about to start the rollin' for Dusa. Summon. Alrighty. So, I have the ability, I think, to get to 420. So I'm going to do that first. I feel like Medusa would indeed blaze it, so I think this is fine. There we go. Oh, I messed up. I thought I had 412. Now I'm at 421. Saberdusa is not going to come home now because I'm 421 rather than 420. Unless... I mean, 1 quartz for a summon? I think I've got to do it. Do a single quartz summon. Get me down to 420 exactly. It just works. What would have been really funny is if that got me Saberdusa somehow. That would have been hilarious. Alright. So... we have 420 quartz, 22 tickets. I'm gonna do 5 tickets to start here. See if I can't get Saberdusa within those 5 tickets, and then do some big spins. Hey, we got a B shelved. I'll take it. Matahari. Rare appearance for Matahari. We'll lock it. What are the details? In the deep, dark woods, where even the rays of morning light cannot reach, with shimmering, bewitching feet, with beckoning fingers, a jewel-like fairy twirls and dances, light as air. Her movements tantalize you, making you forget about the coming days. She captivates you, making you lose sight of the sun's rays. It's the Winged Butterfly's solo performance. Yeah, Matahari needs more attention. She slept on. I know a lot of people were pissy that Gareth got a summer alt before Matahari did. They just do her dirty. Oh man, my neck is crackling. Alright, so now it's in the settling into the nice and relaxed bit of rolling, where we have to hope we get Saberdusa quickly since summer is fast approaching, and I have no idea how much quartz I'm going to have to spend on Anniversary and Summer to get everything I desire. Absolutely no idea. Because everything I desire is pretty much everything. Yeah, I'm probably going to. I am probably going to split the roll off when it comes to producing this as a video. It just makes sense to do so. Alright, that's 5 tickets. Let's do 11 spin. We'll let it go slow for this first one. We'll let it slow roll. But yeah. I could have done it with the epilogue for OC1 as well, but I was kind of lazy and didn't want to, you know, really do that kind of editing. Now you're wishing you prevented your urges to do a roll-off. I mean, you know, summer is still coming around. NP5 Summer Morgan is going to be interesting for me. You're going NP5 Summer Morgan. Good gracious, Deonta, you got ambitions. I just am fine with NP1, to be honest. I'll be perfectly content with NP1. But yeah, J6, I have debated seeing about challenging somebody to a roll-off for this summer. I'm not sure who, and it kind of depends on how much quartz I have at the time, but, you know, the thought has crossed my mind, and I think we just got a nice and easy Saberdusa. Hoorah! That was a very quick Saberdusa. That was, what, 10 spins total? Very, very lucky. I'm still going to do one more 11 spin after I do another 5 tickets, just to, you know, burn everything off. So it's going to be 5 more tickets, one more 11 spin, and that will be kind of all I'm going to be investing in this. Is the best phrase I can use here. Then the rest is saved for anniversary, which we do have a soft confirmation for when we're getting it. I think essentially it's going to be like July the 5th is probably going to be when the anniversary banners and everything comes up, because they tend to announce that kind of stuff at Anime Expo or something. Hey, Iron Valiant, welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. How be things, how be things? Came in just in time to see Saberdusa's summoning lines.
Saber Medusa yo.
There are many me's who aren't me. Why? That's really quite annoying. You got Medusa Lily Spooks. I think I read Media Lily, in which case I apologize. Yeah, nice and quick Saberdusa. I'm happy about that. I am very happy about it, but I'm still gonna do 5 more tickets and 1 more 11 spin just to see what I can get. Yeah, I must have misread. That's my bad. And July the 6th, Deonta? Okay. That's not bad still. July the 6th is still less than a month away. It's kind of wild to think that the year is about halfway over. This time has just flown by. Hey, Zufu! Zufu's awesome. She's like friend material. Zufu fully grailed to 90. Nice. Very solid. Honestly, if I had the disposable grails, I would probably do it. You're going for Summer Cass? Same here, man. Same here. It's gonna be pretty much the full summer lineup for me. Summer Suzuka is the only one I kind of don't really care if I get or not. Everybody else, though, I want. You're gonna MP5 the JP anniversary servant. Have they announced who that's gonna be yet? Out of curiosity, Deonta? That's a lot of tickets in quartz, man. I am pretty confident you'll end up getting her at least once. Maybe 2, maybe 5 times even. Or maybe even 6. Though, to be fair, NP6 of any 5-star servant is kind of not worth much, because the Super Pity is not the greatest system in FGO. Like, you need to get NP6 on 5 different 5-star servants in order to get the Super Pity. It's just not worth it, man. They need to redo the USO systems. Be nice to make her 120. You're gonna make her level 100. Fair. I'm not sure. I still have a lot of grails I need to spend, even though I am at a shortage of grails, because I need to hold on to them. I don't know what I need to hold on to them for. It's more to the embers that I'm kind of short on. Because I don't Ember Farm. I do not Ember Farm that much. I should probably fix that. Probably. Okay. Am I gonna see any more Saberdusas? NP2 Saberdusa would be amazingly awesome, but I kind of doubt it's gonna happen. 118 Grails! Did you do the Nobukatsu farming for Grails, Deante? Because I could definitely see the Nobukatsu farming method getting you high on Grails there. Also, to note, I have not seen any but the 3-star CE for this event. The only event CE I've gotten has been the 3-star, which is kind of weird. You normally see those more often. I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. I didn't recognize some of the servants in those, so you know, I'm fine with it. Matahari's the only one I could definitively say, yeah, that's her CE. Back-to-back inverted moon of the Advents. Oh no, we got a D-shells again. Speak Matahari's name and she shall appear. It appears. Yeah, I got tied. Now I'm getting thirsty. You got 4 of the SSR CEs. That's a lot. Yeah, that's quite a lot. That sucks, man. You know what? I believe in you, J6. You'll get Saberdusa on your next round of rolls. I believe. But we got us a Saberdusa here. So I should probably get her first skill up to level 2. No. I have no freaking clue how many floors. I'm guessing 200. If we're gonna be based on previous events, 200 would be my guess. Alright, Saberdusa is there. Excuse me. And I did notice during that scroll that Bima was not leveled up to a level 2 on his first skill, which likely means Duryodhana also isn't leveled up. Hey, Sulphonic! Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream, Happy Things, Happy Things. You dread the tower event drought, you enjoy playing FGO. Yeah, the tower events, if you get them done fast, can lead to some droughtage later on. There's Duryodhana. I was a little blind on seeing him. Congrats on the max bond, Mash. She needs to be able to be made bond 15. Because, I mean, I've got... Hang on. I've got 47 Lanterns of Chaldea and 82 Grails waiting for the ability to bring Mash to level 200, bond like 27 or something. Also, apparently I have unlockable with ticket costumes. Eh, may as well. Sure. I don't know when I got these, but I'll unlock them. May as well. Is this Summer Gawain skin? No, it's Glasses Gawain. Yeah, can I make sure he's not Glasses Gawain? Glasses Gawain is kind of weird. Just doesn't look right. Who else do I have? Helena? Helena I could see possibly being the Achon event. Yes, I did the Arjuna Yes, I did the Arjuna Ultra event. Yeah. Tongue got tied there. Helena. Wardrobe unlock. It is her pop star outfit. I'm fine with this.
ありがとう、マスター。ついにこのレイが私の元に
Yes.
届いたのね。
Finally been delivered. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha.
おばあちゃま、ちょっと張り切っち
Yeah,
ゃうわよ。
just... I don't know how long I've been sitting on you being able to get that, but it's there. Ha 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 ha. Distraction. Let's unlock Ninkigo. Since I'm here, I may as well. So, which variant of a rush do I go with? I'm beating the JP problem? I am. How am I feeding it? Oh, J6s. Hirashiko, also known as Ninkigo. Ooh. Just like in mythology, I'm a brutal, ruthless, and arrogant goddess. Hmm? I'm missing something. Oh, that we'll have to wait until we get a little closer. You know? I'm gonna say it. I think I like this Ascension, most of all. I think I like this Ascension most of all. Also, I'm refreshing my other things up. Did the stream freeze there? Rolling more NP to unlock 4th and 5th app end. Okay, no, it did not. It was just my laptop that froze. Yeah, I kind of like Ninkigo. I like Aresh Alter. She looks cute. Then let's unlock... Let's unlock... Can I unlock both? I appear I'd be able to be unlocking both the Proteas. Hang on, there's 4th and 5th appends. Honestly, I haven't even unlocked any append skills on my servants. You got guts waking me up. I'm King Protea Alter. I'm Earth's strongest alter ego, who gained the essence of Hoddle, a giant beast that swims in the underworld. Do you think I'm exaggerating? Fine by me. I don't intend to converse with foolish, insignificant humans. I hate all animals smaller than me. If you don't want to get squished, I suggest you not stand near my feet, Master. Let's see what the other one is all about. That outfit sucks. Yeah, they could have definitely gone with a proper King Protea altar servant, I think. Would have been a better choice. Yeah, okay, I think it's just the same line. So this is her without the headdress. I don't know. Yeah, it's the same lines. And I can't skip them. I just revealed what's coming next summer? We're getting King Protea Alter next summer? I don't remember anything about King Protea Alter. I will say that's in story. Okay. I do think I like King Protea's more confident personality in the altar forms here. She's definitely more confident, and I like that with King Protea. She's otherwise... King Protea is a little bit too infantilized, I think is the proper word for her. And that's kind of... It's kind of not... It doesn't work. Like... So I like her more confident, you know? I'll leave her as that for now. And I am not going to get rid of Ortland. Ortland, I'm sorry, but I'm not unlocking your other Valkyrie counterpart. She's going to stay locked away forever. The description of the outfits, I didn't even read them. because it's time to get the event started here. The prologue. Let's go. No, Ortland is just the best Valkyrie of them all. Ortland best Valk, and she is the most waifuable of all the Valks. I'll come right to the point. We have an emergency. Right. I had a feeling that might be the case when you asked us to come fully armed. So another singularity has popped up, right? Where's this one? What is it this time? Sorry, just not quite sure where to begin. The thing is, there's no absolutes in this world. No matter how much of a genius you might be, there's something's always going to find a way to surprise you. No, there are absolutes. Death and taxes. Those are the two absolutes in this world, Da Vinci. You can't be lying like that. For example, maybe a system you thought was safe starts having trouble due to completely unexpected error. Quiet, you. Don't you shrug your shoulders, raise your paws, and wink at me. Technically, and I admit no culpability here, but the anomaly originated from within my jurisdiction in the Storm Borders simulator room. Something's wrong with the simulator, then. Yep, Chaldea's simulator creates virtual environments based on the latest Spiriton technology. And right now, those systems are going haywire. They refuse to respond to external controls or force shutdown commands. As far as we've been able to determine, the virtual environment is in the process of becoming an entire alternate world. So, Da Vinci, what you're saying here is somehow you created a lost world. Something that required Morgan chopping down a tree of emptiness that gave a lost about life. You somehow accidentally did that, Da Vinci. Just what have you cooked up in that head of yours? And if we don't do something about it soon, there's a very real chance it could develop into a full-blown singularity. Okay, that's not what you said. You said world, Da Vinci. You said world. That is definitely a big deal. Yeah, there's simply no way this is just an ordinary malfunction. And I'm not the only one who thinks so. Sion agrees there's more to this simulation than meets the eye. It's a transformer? Gasp. I'm not too versed on Transformers lore, but I know that there's more to them than meets the eye. So, we gotta be careful here. Actually, the protagonist would probably be all for Transformers because they're mechs. And the protagonist canonically likes mecha. So I'd like the two of you to enter the ever-expanding simulation and track down the cause of this anomaly. Sure. Oh, and if you're wondering where Gordy is in all this, he's taking a nap. I figured we didn't have to wake him, since this simulator's situation is technically just a kind of technical issue, if a bit more serious than usual. Admittedly, that's something of a gray area. So just to clarify, will Master and I be handling this mission as a pair then? Well, at first I was thinking of sending just the two of you to handle it, since for now this realm is still confined to the Storm Border. But the Trismegistus II suggested adding a servant it says to be highly effective in resolving the issue. I'm still not sure why I chose her though. Anyway, I decided to ask her for help too. Say hello to your new team member and one of the most recent additions to Chaldea. Logos React generic that appears in Gouda Gouda. I have no idea. And yeah, Gordy would become quite stressed. He would. Now if that's the job, I suppose I have no choice. Newcomers don't get to be picky, do they? Yeah, I definitely do think Saberdusa's first ascension is the best of them all. In fact, that's going to be what she's called in the level up order document. Stylish Saber. Medusa. You must be Saber Medusa. You seem a little younger than Rider Medusa. How can you tell that she's younger? Like, legit, how can you tell... Yeah, Saber Medusa is younger than normal Medusa. Now that you mention it, I did hear you were recently summoned. Could you just not immediately start talking about my other selves? I'm my own person. I don't care how young I might be compared to any other Medusa. Okay, yep. Yeah, I can see where it's coming from. She's acting like a teenager. She's acting like a teenager. She's got that rebellious streak to her. Shame. Shame. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a little rebellion, but as long as she does not act any more like a stereotypical teenager, I should be fine with her. Should is the key word. Her face looks younger, too. I mean, maybe a little less angular, I guess. Oh, right, of course. I'm so sorry. Don't get me wrong, I don't hate talking about them. I'm just still getting used to all this. I guess it's kind of embarrassing in a way. I'm still not sure how to behave around them. What I'm trying to say is that you don't need to apologize. I'm fine just as long as you don't make unnecessary comparisons between us. Understood. I'll be more careful from now on. Excuse me. Why is Ellie the only mention here? Why not mention the many Sebas? Or Jeans? Or... there's so many coups! We just... yesterday had an interlude that had all the different coups in it except for Satanta. Definitely isn't how servants like Ellie responded, so it's novel for us. This is new territory since we're used to servants like Ellie. I'd say we're more used to Ellie-like servants than anything else. I've heard of her. There's one of her in almost every class, right? Honestly, it all sounds insane. It is. I'm sure things must be complicated between Elizabeth and Carmilla, too. Thinking about that now, I really should have known better than to bring up your other selves right away. I'll try to do better from now on. I told you don't worry about it. I just thought I should say something. That's all. Yeah. I probably should have said something even earlier than that, but I kind of overslept. And then I had to go with my dad to the hospital because he cut his hand open pretty bad last night. Had to get stitches in, and the stitches burst overnight. So I had to go with him to the hospital. So I got a very late start to today. Yeah, he was working on a vehicle with a power tool yesterday, and I guess something snapped and spun and cut his hand. It was more of a deep cut than anything, and he had to get 6 stitches. He's fine now. It was just the stitches had popped or whatever this morning, so had to take him back in to get some more stitches. Yay! That wasn't, oversleep. Take your father to the hospital so you can get stitches re-stitched in. Because he doesn't trust you to do it at home with, makeshift sewing supplies or anything like that. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure I could give some of these stitches. Just like I'm pretty sure I could give someone a tracheectomy. It was a clean cut, yes. When you can tell someone how you really feel about the stuff right from the start. It's usually a good sign you'll go on to be even closer in the future. No. Anyway, Medusa, Mash, Soul, you're the team we'll be going with for this mission. I know I said earlier that the 2 of you alone should be enough, but that's not because this mission's gonna be simple. It's because I expect you'll find more people willing to help you on site. See, the simulator was already running at full bore when the anomaly first began. More servants than usual were training in there at the time. Isn't the simulator like a second home for some of these servants, though? Like, I'm pretty sure some of them have full-blown castles or palaces inside the simulator. In addition to the servants who were already there when this began, there are also some who went in without understanding how serious the situation is and just thought it seemed like fun. The point is, you should find lots of servants in there, so I'd like you to work with them to help get things under control. Then it isn't as if this is all riding on my shoulders. Now I can't help but wonder why I was chosen to go along. Whatever. Let's just hurry up and get this over with. Well, do you know where the simulator room is? Don't worry, I've had some time to walk around and get my bearings since I was summoned. Alright, let's go. But yeah, I am not certified, Deontay, but I'm pretty confident I could do it. Just like I'm pretty confident I might be able to remove a bullet from, like, an armor leg wound. Pretty confident in those facts. Not 100%, just, you know, pretty confident. Another no battle note here. Let's go. Spoopy sounding forest. Spoopy looking forest. A school project in high school. It was like a school project where we had to, it was like do a whole presentation of something useful in Spanish. And my group decided to do a presentation on how to treat a bullet wound. Don't ask me why that was our group's choice, because I honestly could not tell you why. Talk about a creepy woods. Oh, everyone worked on their class score because it's part of the milestones. I do have some. I might be able to do some class score stuff, actually. Almost forgot about that. Saber Shiki isn't on Raid Up, but then again, I doubt they'll use a collab in stories that often. I believe, J6, Saber Shiki will come back again someday. Yes, there are so many unfamiliar plants here, it's almost impossible to tell where we might be. The temperature, humidity, and atmospheric conditions aren't telling me anything useful either. I can tell from the smell that whatever this place is, it's not copying any real location. Since ancient times, forests have been seen both as entrances to other worlds and as other worlds themselves. Maybe this place was just made to be vaguely seem like an enchanted woods or lost forest. Beats me. Let's just keep moving for now and... Wait, hold on. There's something here and it's getting closer. Something or someone? Yo! Surprise EO! Oh man! I wouldn't expect to see her outside of a Gouda Gouda event! Surprise EO! She's so precious. Future, you're the rescue party. Please tell me you're the rescue party. Ew, what are... Oh no! Saberdusa, no! Don't do it! Well, at least being suddenly pinned to the ground with a sword at my throat got my mind off of being lost. So optimistic. So, who's that kind of scary lady with you? Well, you see... Exposition dump. I see, so you're not an enemy. Sorry about that. It's okay, I guess. It's partly my fault for just popping up out of nowhere. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my first aid certification has expired too, but... You know, I'm kind of jaded at that kind of stuff right now, so... What were you doing here, EO? Well, basically just being lost, I guess. Before I knew it, I found myself deep in this forest, and just like that, I was lost. It kind of felt like I'd been trapped too, and there were these creepy sounds coming from up ahead, so I was starting to freak out. The only thing I could think to do to calm down was meditate and collect acorns. I found a whole bunch too, see? Collect acorns. You know, that's fair. That is fair. I'm gonna look up something real quick to see if I can go on a childhood tangent about it. If I can, then I will. Otherwise, I will not be able to. Where do these trees grow? Do these trees grow outside of my general area. No, that won't... Okay. I will say that when I was growing up as a child, something my parents and I would do quite a lot was walk around our neighborhood, because our neighborhood had trees lining in it that dropped a specific kind of nut that could be cracked open and had something inside of it that was a collectible. That is kind of the closest tangent I can get on without revealing which state I live in. You just noticed! You just noticed. No. I will not confirm or deny any states, but I will definitively say no. Not Minnesota, because the only thing I have said for certain is that I border one of the Great Lakes. Minnesota does technically border one of the Great Lakes as well, but that's too far north. And I hate the cold. It is not a chestnut, either. So you were in the simulator when this all went down? Any idea what caused the woods to pop up? No, I'm afraid not. Oh wait, I did drop some of the snacks I snuck into the simulator while I was out walking. And I spilled the tea I bought too. Could that be what broke the simulator? No, EO, no, don't worry. EO, don't worry. Don't panic. It's fine, precious child. That would make it all my fault. I'm so sorry. It'd take a lot more than that to break the simulator, but still, be careful with your snacks from now on. So what did the creepy sounds you heard turn out to be? Oh, I meant to check on them after I calmed down, so I hadn't actually gotten to it yet. All I know is that they were really creepy and kind of sounded like deep, guttural groans. EO? That, that might be something else not creepy. Whatever it was, it must be one hell of a curse. Please be careful. There's only one way to find out. Let's keep moving. Guttural groans is definitely something to seek out. Every path we cross has been completely cut off. It's almost like the branches and vines came together to form walls. Do you think it's just a coincidence? I don't know if people were behind it, but I don't see any way this could have happened naturally. That was it. That was a sound. Oppression. Grating, overgrown oppression. I know that daunting, muscular presence. It is the man, the myth, the legend, Spartacus. There's an overbearing monster stuck in a wall of trees. That's no monster, it's Spartacus. What happened to you, Spartacus?
Oh, hello. I was just wandering around looking for new opportunities to rebel, when all of a sudden an outgrowth of trees and greenery sprang up to oppress me. Ah, joy. Naturally, I rebelled with love in my heart. And of course, that rebellion continues even as we speak.
Wow, Spartacus was so tangled with the branches that it looked like he was part of the wall. But he managed to break free with just the power of his muscles alone. Yeah, muscles are the solution to every problem, apparently. I believe it. I mean, an asteroid coming to collide with your people, just have big enough muscles to launch off the ground and collide with the asteroid. It's that simple. Rather than investing in any sort of asteroid defense system, we just need to train somebody to be so freaking buff that they can jump off the ground into the air and just punch or collide with an asteroid. That is what we need to do. That is a certified, solid asteroid defense plan.
The oppression doesn't know when to give up, but that only fuels my rebellion further as I wait the ecstasy of an explosive liberation.
And now he's tangled up again. What's with this guy? I see, so this is what I was hearing. Spartacus is goated in LD3. His moment was awesome. It looks like he's trying to force your way past the tree wall only entangles you more deeply. If Spartacus isn't strong enough to completely break free of it, then... hang on, I just noticed another signal right above you. And then me messing up his name Mothman's name every so often. Yeah, I'm just a passing jaguar who was just hanging out in the simulator when this weird jungle swallowed me up. And that guy there, he's been in an infinite loop, breaking free and getting trapped again about every 3 minutes. Just watching him made me feel like I was going crazy. You don't see 3rd Ascension Taiga too often. It's more the onesie-wearing Taiga. So I decided to curl up in the treetops where I couldn't see anything. Just so you know, I already tried cutting and burning these branches. No luck, you need something as hot as Cuckoo's sun to even stand a chance. They grew back so fast I almost got clawed in them myself. Not every day, they're calling it out. You like it? You think it's sexy? Meowza. He's Mothman. It wasn't my choice, though. I just found myself wearing it all of a sudden. You know, gotta admire Taiga's confidence. You have got to admire Taiga's confidence. So if you can't force, burn, or cut your way out of those... Excuse me, Master. Medusa. I was just examining the wall to see if I could gather any more information, and I think you might want to take a look at this yourselves. Something written. Welcome, Infinity Lord. Welcome to the stream. Happy things. Down kick. I don't have a controller, and even if I had a controller on hand, I don't know what button would be the kick button. Kick. Oh good, so I wasn't just seeing things then. I suppose it's possible those are random markings that coincidentally resemble letters, but I think it's more likely a message. Kick, huh? Alright, I can do that. Wait, we should be careful, it could be a trap. No more giving up and snoozing away in the treetops for this cat. Just watch, I'm gonna turn this can of worms into a can of tasty tuna. First, I stick my hand in my pocket, lean back like I couldn't care less about anything, then give a mighty mobster, jaguar-style kick. Ah! Nothing's happening. It's still not enough. Do I need to spam the K button more? Which controller has a K button? Is this some kind of Japanese controller that I don't know about that has a K button? And Qin Shi Huang was buried under a man-made lake of mercury. A man-made lake of mercury? How do you make a man-made lake of mercury? Still on that? I'm pretty sure you were doing that yesterday, were you not, Infinity Lord?
Oh, yes. To summon righteous love into our hearts, you may trample upon those oppressors who would trample upon the people. True rebellion, I must follow her example. Oppression!
Hey, this could be my chance to redeem myself too. I pack a pretty mean kick as well. Second Queen of Yamatai Koku Ultimate Kick! Trying to get the perfect pulse for its... Oh, that's different. Okay, it's different. Gotcha. Path just opened up on its own. Almost like their kick served as some kind of signal. I do vaguely recall reading that in his profile or something. Excuse me. Meow! Now this is the power of the divine cat family. Reconcile. Now that I've acted like a proper heroine... No, scratch that. Now that I've proven myself as a proper heroine... I'm submitting a request for a raw meat exchange event the two of us will remember for a... Taiga. Wow. That was incredibly forward of her. That was so freaking forward. I'm sorry. A request for a raw meat exchange event the two of us will remember forever? Good lord, that is some of the most explicit that FGO has ever been. But I guess it's always kind of been that way with Taiga. I mean, the Babylonia anime certainly made some implications for how Ritsuka rizzed her up.
The oppressor has been destroyed.
All of a sudden, I feel kind of dizzy. Guys, see, this is why you need to be careful. True, Babylonia anime is so good. It's okay, she's just almost out of magical energy. She'll be fine once she rests up. I periodically go back occasionally to watch the final fight in the underworld, because it is very good, and I love the fact that they turn King Hassan into, like, super metal with him just eating one of the Lamu. That was so freaking good. And who can forget the headphone breaking, eardrum rupturing Enema Elish? Who can forget that? Oh man, she's letting me use her lap as a pillow. I'm sensing some affectionate vibes from her. I thought she was kind of scary at first, but maybe there's more to her than that. Looks like Jaguar Warrior and Spartacus are also running low on magical energy. Path's open now. The tree wall must have been enchanted, or was actually some kind of barrier or bounded field someone put in place. And to deactivate them, we apparently need to perform a ritual action, in this case, a kick. But the servants who did that had their magical energies drained in response. I can't tell if this means we'll need several people to get past other mechanisms, or if just one will be enough depending on the situation. Hopefully I can figure out what's going on here and how this force works, including stuff like that. But I won't be able to do that right away. So it'll be down to how long we can last. Chaldea has quite a lot of servants, right? So if we must move ahead, we'll need more of them to kick down the door, even knowing they'll end up exhausted. You have to farm over 1k mat for Saberdusa, Durga, and Bhima, so no rest for you. Good gracious! Over 1,000. What do you need to farm so much of? Because I'm now worried. Alright. Call everyone in Chaldea for help. I agree, it looks like our only choice is to have all the other servants come help. And wait for them to recover as necessary afterwards. You might also be able to get help from the servants who were left behind. Like the ones you just ran into here. For that matter, you might even find places in the woods up ahead that can let your tired servants rest up. Once you've made sure they're safe, it could be a good idea to use those too. Once you've made sure they're safe, huh? I forgot to mention it earlier, but there's a malicious presence around these woods. It's why I overreacted when this girl showed up earlier. Oh, good thing your horse is safe, Infinity Lord. OC1 materials. I have been farming the, Madness Balls, but that's kind of all I've been farming. I'm pretty sure we'll have to deal with the real monsters as we go deeper in. Don't worry, that's why we're here. Oh, but it's possible we'll need to take turns with that now, too. And now I'm worried that I've included you in we, even though you haven't actually said you want us to be included. Yeah, I know. I said good thing your horse is okay. 3,000? Holy crap, Deante. That's a lot. Good gracious, man. I hope that they do something for the drop rates in the future. Look, this is just a matter of me not wanting to work or anything like that. Soul's a master and I'm his servant. If I have a job to do, I'll do it. So you and I are in the same position, right? Right, that's true. If I happen to come across as rude or defiant on top of that, well, that's just me. Get used to it. Yep, definitely teenage Dusa here. Understood. I'll do my very best to get used to it. Glad to have you with us, Dusa. Take it easy, would you? Anyway, let's get going then. I know I made it sound like a threat earlier, but you don't have to worry. I'm not a hero, I'm more like a monster myself. There's no point in me even being here if I can't get rid of a few monsters in the forest. You're rolling all units, and so everything needs to be farmed. Fair point. We got another be shelved. Alright. So... kick your way through the tree barriers and determine what's causing the anomaly in the simulator. In this event, you can remove barriers and progress by clearing quests. However, servants who joined a quest will then have to rest for a while before returning to the event quests. If you hold multiple copies of the same servant, this will apply to all copies. Make full use of all your servants and advance through the bewitching forest. Traverse rewards will be rewarded for clearing a set number of quests. Claim more rewards as you kick down tree barriers. So, every 10 is a thing, and must form your own servants. No support slots, so keep an eye on costs. Form your party easily with the auto setup function. Auto setup. I'm curious. Oh, good gracious. It expects me to go with a full complement of 5-star servants? Are you joking me, game? No, I'm not doing a full 5-star servant set for the first thing. Heck no. Sort by level. I know I can change it. I'm going to be doing things my own way. It's probably a little slower, but I feel like Saberdusa might be fine. Why is that? Don't these new things give event bonus or something? Not eligible? What do you mean not eligible? Only when 3-star... Only when 3-star or under or MASH. What? That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous limitation. Okay. I'm just bringing in everybody on the lower end of the spectrum here. No, not gonna be using teapots for this. I have no idea what to expect insofar as the enemies for this. I was warned that they will have a... Oh yeah, that's inflated HP values. Those are some pretty decent HP values there. Okay. That's annoying, honestly. Yeah, that's very annoying. How high those HP values are. I'll just keep going. Yeah, you did warn me, Dan. You did warn me. I thought it would mainly be like the benchmark nodes, but I guess it's everything. Which again, kind of wild. And I'm guessing HP will not be maintained, so no matter how well I do here, they will be... this team will wipe. Of course you crit. Withdraw. Alright, guess I gotta actually treat this seriously. At least somewhat. Oh, these... okay, so failing a quest does not remove servants from eligibility. Good to know. Spartacus is AoE. Yeah? Yeah. And I've got K-scopes. Let's give this a shot. I guess I've got to use actual leveled servants for my DPS. Let's see how this turns out. Spartacus, go boom! That wasn't a lot of damage, Sparty. Good, come on! Come on, that is B frickin' ass, man. You decide to one-shot crit Spartacus. I didn't think I needed to. I didn't think I would need to activate Sparty's guts. Exactly, he's tough though. Alright, this time will be better. Guess what your dog was playing around with? Her tail. Your mom's prosthetic teeth. Yeesh. Yeah, these enemies just don't like poor Sparty here. They have it out for him. Poor Spartacus. He's drawn these enemies' ire, but now he is victorious, yeah. So, I imagine the HP values are only going to go up the further along I go, which means eventually I'm going to reach the point where I can't even use 3-star servants in any effective manner. Although, Spartacus isn't a 3-star, he's a 1-star, I think. Acha! Let's see here. Who do I got? Bunyan! Legendaries you've hunted as wolf, coyote, white bison, elk, beaver, gator, ram, fox, boar, cougar, buck, moose, bear. Good gracious, that's a mouthful. But well done. I'm not sure, like, how much of the total roster that is, but it certainly sounds like a lot. A bit. Bunyan smash! 16 total, excluding legendary fish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 out of... Okay, that's not bad. You're almost done then. Well done. You're nicely done, Infinity Lord. You're almost done. But I'm guessing this means you're going to have to go on a fishing adventure after your, other adventure. After your hunting adventure. Yeah. All your 1 to 2 stars are Bond 10s. You don't need to use them. Yeah, I don't have a lot of Bond 10 servants. I need to work on that more. Arash! I'm sure that going in with a tactical missile will work out perfectly fine. There's gonna be absolutely no consequences for firing off an Arash NP off the bat, right? Okay. Oh, that was a good stretch. +1 to luck. Radio. That was a good stretch. I definitely needed it. Thank you for redeeming a stretch. You got jumped by more outlaws. Man, it almost sounds like you're in the Wild Wild West or something. Lord, it almost sounds like you're in the Wild Wild West. Foes! More silver foes to confuse me in the grand scheme of things. Woo. Casta. You. He who shall not be named. You are in the Wild Wild West? Le gasp. Yeah, I know. I know I should use those foes soon. Do you have anything else? Crit strength for all allies. Sure. Still stretching though.
Early on.
Even though I overslept, I am still somehow tired. Asterius, no! Yeah, I gotta do this if I want the mighty chain. You've already used all your foes, Janice? Man, I mean, to be fair, I could burn through a lot of my foes if I just went and used them on most of the servants on the level up order document. I've been debating doing that, to be honest. Just going through. I don't know how many I would manage to get through, though, and that would bring up the issue of if a servant that is not foed ends up getting put to the top of the level up order document and I'm out of foes, then I can't use any foes on them, which means I cannot properly level them up, which would just be a whole other can of worms. Assassin Kojiro. This is nice and chill so far. Outside of the initial, starting hiccup where Spartacus got murked, this has been fairly chill. It's time, Kojiro. It's time to once more prove that they are just a bigger swallow. You look at the rank up quest you have yet to unlock and you see Bunny Toria. I mean, I don't think you're ever gonna get her. Yeah, I was just gonna say you're never gonna level her up. Yeah, I have a lot of rank up quests, Janice. See, the thing with me is, I'm not sure. I'm debating right now. I have decided that, at the very least for the advanced quests, while they are puzzle fights, they aren't, like, good enough content in order for me to justify making streams out of it. And I'm debating doing the same thing for the various rank up quests as well at this point. Just because there is a lot of them, and if I go on pace for doing 2 rank up quests every stream I plan to do rank up quests, I'm going to be massively behind the curve as far as getting everybody to good standpoints. So when anytime I do an interlude stream, it's only ever 2 interludes. Yeah, I'm doing advanced quests off stream. Like, I did do some advanced quests yesterday. Some Hellfires of Wisdom, and I accidentally skipped what Medusa said. A foliage quest. Harmful bird extermination. Interesting. Next contestant is Charlotte. You know what? No, not Charlotte. Jason, you're gonna do the harmful bird extermination. Because it sounds funny. Send Jason to do it. Yeah, I mean, the rank up quests don't tend to have any story connotations to them. So, it's kind of just battle nodes. And I purposefully don't farm on stream just because it's kind of... It feels like it's just dead content, like it's just me talking. And while I am trying to be more conversational in streams and not just talk about what is going on in front of me in the game I'm playing. It's something that I'm still working on, and I understand advanced quests and just farming streams in general would do so. Yeah. I've been heavily debating whether or not I'm going to do rank up quests independently or not. I have yet to make any decision. Yeah, it does just turn into a chatting stream at that point. There's 2 legendary bisons. I mean, bisons are kind of stereotypical for Old West settings. I did not mean to heal you, Salome. I did not mean to give Salome evasion. Good gracious, can I press the right character? Why does Jason not have any selfish skills? Hey, Outlaw! Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. How'll be things, how'll be things. Okay, thank goodness this chicken did not just chain attack Jason to death, because that would have been embarrassing for him. That's good. J6 was saying how he managed to beat the Night Lord that we kind of all flopped on. I haven't played since our last collaborative stream, or collaborative thing. The jellyfish. You can hear a bell for this next one, apparently. Let's see. I want advantage. Hans Christian Andersen is technically an advantage. You only got 2 left. Nice. Half year early Super Reindeer Man. Oh, Super Reindeer Man. Oh, excuse me. Hans might have a little bit of difficulty here. You found the clue for the other bison. You can do it, Infinity Lord, I believe. But you did get the, I'm guessing with all this, you have managed to accomplish your goal of getting the quest done that you were doing. You got the trophy at long last. The art trophy. But Outlaw, possibly Night Rain switch afterwards. After I'm done with as many of these as I care to do. Yeah, I know he's a support unit. But he was the first one I saw that had advantage, and I wasn't really thinking. Which is kind of stereotypical for me with these kinds of things. So, is it really surprising that I'm gonna struggle through? Because I'm, mule-headed? Who wants to eat? That's random. That is incredibly random of you, J6. Why the sudden mention of dog meat? Unless you're talking from Fallout, in which case, you monster! Why would you eat precious dog meat? Your dog broke the Oh no! That's not good. That's definitely not good. You don't mind eating dog meat? Fair. It's a very foreign... It's like a very outlandish concept for me. Though. So it's kind of weird for me to think of that kind of stuff. Outlaw, exactly what I was thinking. And I was definitely referring more to Fallout than anything else, by the way, J6. You eat insects. Yeah, not for me. It'd definitely be more of a texture thing than anything for me, I think. it'd definitely be a texture thing. You... Okay, now I feel like you're just having us on now, J6. Now I feel like you're just messing with us. My point stands. Now I feel like you're just messing with us. Archer, we have Paris. Same here, Outlaw. Same here. It's just not something I would ever think to eat. Oh, you. And that's fine. Boop. You do not need to send pics unless you want to. And if you want to, then I suggest putting them in the Discord, because that'd be the place for it, I guess, technically speaking. First time you ever had bugs was from a street vendor in Thailand. To be fair, I'm not very cultured. Like, I've never left the US of A, so... Yes, I do have Discord. And I completely forgot to use the... Okay, I'm making a note to myself. Hang on, I need to type in some things here. Modify... Stream... page to have Discord link below. There we go. Now I should remember to do this. Yes, feel free to join the Discord. I am gradually trying to be more active on it. There was a very long period where I was like inactive with the Discord, but now I'm starting to slowly and steadily become more so. One of the things I'm definitely going to be doing is trying to change the what's it called? The alert system, so that way people get pinged when I go live, because I'm pretty sure Zahawk has that for his Discord. And I just need to figure out how to do it for myself. I'm also debating, just since I can't figure out how to make a bot to repost FGO tweets, I'm debating asking ChatGPT if it can create a bot for me. Because apparently that's something ChatGPT can do. Phantom, that sounded so wrong on so many levels. Do not make those noises again. That's an order, Phantom. NP strength up is good. Attack boost. Nope. I cannot say I have. I don't think I've ever really used him. Bring up the Discord. Special gunpowder. Okay, I see. Wow. Why do you have gunpowder? Is that like a spice or something? Or is that legitimate gunpowder that you snack on or something? Sadly, I cannot scroll up high enough without interrupting the stream view to see the insight. You bought gunpowder from the supermarket for $1.50. That's really cheap. I feel like that's incredibly cheap for gunpowder. Could be wrong on that. Probably am, but still. Huh. I mean, I don't know. Different people use different things for spices and stuff. So maybe some people use gunpowder as a spice. Set it up to notifications from the Ray Shift Discord.
私は世界を動かせず
It's green tea.
私を鈍らせる
Interesting.
レーブ・アンソレイ
I don't think I'm a part of the Ray Shift Discord, Outlaw. I'm gonna actually look into that, though. I'm not a tea drinker, so... Huh. Okay. I'm gonna keep this webpage open so I can check this Ray Shift Discord out later. After stream, and possibly join it so I can link things over. Bazooka is this next one. Man, it's hard to think. This is like... almost 30 servants have been gone through already. Time sure does fly. Why did I choose Angry Mango? He does not have an offensive NP. Why on earth did I'm questioning myself on so many levels. This is a two-wave battle. A two-wave battle. Lovely stuff. I was not paying attention in the slightest. You found Outlaw's gang hideout? Outlaw, I didn't know you had a gang hideout. Why didn't you tell us? That's very bad. Go for a mighty chain with NP included? Oh, you stun yourself with that. And that does nothing! Right! Because for some reason, your NP is super broken when used against us, but when we try to use your NP, it is pathetic! It's such a disparity! He's not bond 10 for me, no. So, does he get that capability once you do his interlude or something? This could be troublesome. I feel like Angry Mango might end up perishing here. Just a feeling. Yeah, that feeling was a solid one. Okay, so Angry Mango is not suited for that. Angry Mango is ill-suited for that one. Who to use? Neutral. I'm not gonna get a neutral. I think Brobeard. Brobeard, your time to shine. You've beat his interlude several times, but you've yet to clear it. I mean, you're kind of like that, though, J6. You'll beat interludes, but you'll quit before you finish them. Just like how I do when it comes to the bitchiest bitch who ever bitched fight in the Seraph interlude. I will beat the interlude, but I will not clear the interlude, because I want to be able to, whenever I have some frustration, go back to fight the bitchiest bitch who ever bitched multiple times. And I do intend to eventually retry the solo attempt of the bitchiest bitch who ever bitched with Mash. Considering she's gotten stronger. I feel like I could do it in a quicker time comparatively, but I'm not sure 100%. Because it was kind of difficult to pull it off with Ortonac Smash. Just nowhere near as tanky was she. Can I maybe get a Brobeard Brave Chain game? Be nice. When you use this interlude to record setup fight through, it takes a couple hours to stall above a servant in order to do several million points of damage. Bottle jump scare? Sorry. I mean, it's a jump scare, so can't blame me too much, right? Right? The Del Lobo gang hideout got raided. And you did it? Nice. Congratulations. Restore all HP except for yourself, and restore all HP for females. You got a little bit of HP res. Get the guts going. Alright, Brobeard. Let's get full NP here, man. Or just, you know, beat this Gazer within an inch of its life. That works too. Oh, Brobeard, you're such a weeb. There we go. Well done, Brobeard, well done. What's theirs is yours. I mean, you know, they can't exactly claim ownership over the fort if they're all gone, though, so it makes sense to take it. It makes sense to take ownership of it. Quarter Kippy. Alright, Wave 10, a snake basking by the forest fountain. Start your battle immediately before the battle begins. I see Avenger, so I'm thinking Gorgon is going to be an enemy here. 2.5 mil Buster Crit with Samuraiko. I mean, out of curiosity though, J6, couldn't you do the same with the King Protea fight in the Seraph main story interlude? So far, so good. The enemies we've been seeing have all been pretty standard, so I'm hopeful we can keep this pace up. By the way, now that we have a moment to spare, can I ask you a question out of pure intellectual curiosity? What is it? You summon a giant with multiple heads and arms whenever you release your Noble Phantasm's true name, right? Well, maybe less summon it than your golden sword sort of becomes it. Anyway, I was just curious what that giant's deal is. It's Gurion. Well, I can't prove it's them. I've never seen them before, and no one's told me who they are. I just know. Oh, Gurion. Gurion is from Greek mythology and is said to either have 3 bodies or be divided into 3 different beings. I think they were Chrysaor's kid, right? Da Vinci! It's fine. I don't mind answering innocent questions. I don't like being compared to my other selves, but I don't love being misunderstood either. Same here, Viper. Same here. And welcome to the stream. Happy things, happy things. Besides, it's important for Master to know their servants' unique traits, right? I'd like to have at least baseline level knowledge. KP fight wasn't anything back then. Fair. Then I'd be honored to join in the discussion. This is the fair. Is this the same Gurion that shows up in the 12 Labors of Heracles? Yep, that's the one. Heracles fought him when King Eurystheus ordered him to steal his cattle, which ended up with him, getting killed, right? I both do and don't know what happened. Heracles. The version of him here is completely mad, right? I bet there are plenty of servants who'd love to give him a piece of their mind, but he can't even understand normal language, let alone biting remarks. Maybe Chaldea's actually lucky he ended up getting summoned as a berserker. In my case, there's Gurion, the Hydra, and... never mind, we'd be here all day if we listed every one of them. I know what you mean. You're said to be the source of all ton of monsters from Greek mythology, after all. When Perseus cut off your head, 2 more creatures were born from your blood. The first was the winged horse Pegasus, and the second was Chrysaor, the monster with the golden sword. I don't know much about either of them. I suppose that's no surprise since I was already dead. But even so, I can still tell. The being I possess now is Chrysor, a being destined to create countless other monsters. She couldn't possibly know about the real Chrysor with the physical form she created. So maybe her concept of him merged with the golden sword since it represents his essence and all. Either way, I think I'll just keep my speculation to myself since she seems kind of sensitive about it. True, there are a great many monsters said to be descended from Chrysor. Accounts of who comes from who can vary depending on which historical sources you're reading, but Echidna is usually included alongside Gurion.
Echidna.
Oh, I completely forgot that's what Echidna looked like. Like, good gracious, I did not recall Echidna looking like that. What is a pronghorn, out of curiosity? I do not recognize that creature. I'd have to think the ones who show up in singularities and other histories are entirely different creatures that just happen to have the same name and significance. At least for the me here and now. So don't worry about me getting on your case for fighting or killing them. Not that I'd be thrilled about either outcome. That kind of thing does tend to happen with servants often. So honestly, I appreciate that it doesn't bother you. Anyway, getting back on track, Echidna is said to have created so many descendants it's hard to keep track of them all. Off the top of my head, there's Cerberus, or Thrus, the Hydra, the Scylla, and that's still leaving out a ton of others. Scylla. I'm oversimplifying in a big way, but Scylla was just a sea monster. There are numerous accounts of Scylla too, but the oldest known one said she looked human. Until Glaucus, the Greek sea god, asked Circe to transform her into a monster. Then she took up residence in the ocean and later went on to attack Odysseus' ship when it passed by her. Circe's here in Chaldea too, right? I swear, she's never done anything genuinely helpful in her life. The fact that they didn't just kill her only makes it worse. If I ever run into her, I'm gonna tell her exactly what I think of her. Wow, this Medusa is very opinionated. What, maybe I messed up with a completely different Scylla who also happened to have the same name. You don't know. I demand to be treated as innocent until proven otherwise. Anyway, in this form I possess the power of that monster lineage in the form of my golden sword, including all those indistinct possibilities. I see, I think that helps me understand you so much better now, Saber Medusa. Thank you so much. You don't need to thank me for that. Anyway, that's enough talking for now. I don't know if we have another wall coming up or not, but something smells funny up ahead. Be careful. What kind of smell is it? Water and snakes. Indeed, as a teen would be, very opinionated. Spring! Yes, it is. I can't tell if it's suitable for drinking, but it... Pardon the yawn, but it's very clear and beautiful. Oases like these are important to local wildlife, too. Oh, it's just normal snakes. No Gorgon. Yet. You were right, Medusa. There are several serpentine monsters here. Well, need to eliminate them before we... excuse me. They just ran away. Why'd they do that? Probably because a much bigger snake showed up. There's Gorgon. Hey, that's Gorgon. What's she doing here? Is it wrong for a serpent to be near water? For that matter, what's wrong with a serpent being in the woods? If the choice is between a neat little steel ship and a creepy, chaotic forest, it should be obvious which better suits monsters. I guess the rumors were true then. There really are all sorts of me's out there. You're clearly not like me. Pegasus would have nothing to do with you. You're what would happen to me if I followed my cursed demonic nature to its conclusion. You took a completely different route than me, turning yourself into a queen of monsters and a wellspring of evil. Oh, it's you, the one who's so close, yet very far from me. A version of me who still goes by my long-forgotten name. One who possesses what I could one day birth into the world. Answer me this. Why are you here? Why are you doing this? Isn't there only one thing you need to be doing? I don't know what you're talking about. The only thing I can think of that I need to be doing is getting rid of the monster right here who happens to share my face. Medusa, please, there's no need to be hostile. That's the Gorgon who was summoned to Chaldea. She's not our enemy. We should be working with her to resolve the situation, not picking fights unnecessarily. Not our enemy. Doesn't seem like she agrees with you. Looks like I don't have the luxury of just keeping quiet and letting you pass. Especially since it seems like we still need more time. More time? Hang on, do you know something about this forest? Good question, but would you really expect a straight answer from a monster? A monster's mouth isn't made for speaking truth, it's for devouring prey, and a monster doesn't stop until it's bit in the head from its prey's shoulders. Lucky for you, I'm going to remind you of that myself, and the very hands-on way you humans love so much. Yeah, Anna does not deserve punishment. Poor Anna. See? Gorgon has assumed a combat stance. Damn it, looks like you'll just have to fight her off then. But go easy on her, especially you, Medusa. I'll try, but don't get your hopes up. How many sections of this event am I going to do today? I'm thinking maybe like 20? Can I use anybody for this one? Possibly. If I can use anybody for this, then wave. Waver. With Bond CE. Okay. Let's go. The user. Oh, don't use their normal party. Whoops. That's my bad. It'll be fine, I'm sure. Like I said, I'm only going to be doing 20 floors on today's stream. Probably do another, like, 10 off streams, so that way the story for floor 30 can be done on the next stream I decide to do this on. I'm not sure just yet how I'm going to structure all this. It kind of depends on where all the story nodes are. Because again, this does kind of fall under the whole farming, which is just kind of a chatting stream, and you know, I've kind of made my feelings on those clear. 20 floors is where you left off too? Okay. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm feeling is 20 floors. Seems like a good stopping point for things. I've seen so far only every 10. The 5 floors does seem to be an extra quest, but give this proper Night Rain. Shiny hunting streams are just chatting, describe the skies with shiny hunting streams. True. Very true. But I want to get better with my just general being able to chat before I start to do just chatting streams. Just because, again, I tend to just narrate what I see going on in front of me in these kinds of streams. Which isn't exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Trying to get a zero attack IV shiny Porygon 2. That sounds a little headache inducing. Not gonna lie. I think I can go full boost. I mean, streams like Elden Ring are just chatting stream with audio of Elden Ring and the Night Ground. I mean, when it comes to Elden Ring Night Rain, that's more of a all hands on deck, my attention is fully glued to the screen. Speaking of Night Rain, the first Night Rain stream will be published on YouTube on the 19th, so yay. Meanwhile, the first Elden Ring short is not going to come to YouTube until June 30th. Yay! Because, good gracious, I've got a lot of shorts. Revolting. If I have to look in an old mirror, I'd much rather be my irritating child self than you. Well, no matter, I've fulfilled my obligations. Continue your expedition. You still have a long road ahead of you. Yep, chose to do it day of release and got all the bugs that were associated. If I can chat while playing Night Rain, true. Gorgon's left. I don't think her heart was really in that fight. I have no idea why she was here or what it is she wanted to do. But at least she's not standing in our way anymore. There's another one of those walls up ahead. Come on, let's get back to the job we came to do. Actually, I was hoping you could take a look at the spring first. If we can verify that water's safe, then we can put up a simple bounded field and use it as a rest spot. Haste makes waste and all that. Right, once we've confirmed it's safe here, why don't we take a rest as well? There's no telling when we might get another chance. Alright, fine with me. I'm not gonna really rest here, though. I'm trying to go fast. Don't start chatting in FGO AFK during your run, then we're fine. This golden sword, Chrysor, is kind of like my offspring in a way. That's how I could tell it didn't want to cut down anything it didn't consider a challenge, but don't worry. I will not FGO AFK in Night Rain. I guess using it to fight another version of myself wasn't as fun as I thought it would be. I'm gonna check something here, see if I can't find out where all the story beats are with this. 10... Okay, so there is one at 15 and 20. And then we get a new layer? Good gracious. Okay. That's potentially annoying. Speed up servant recovery with rest. Help your servants recover faster, return to battle. You can turn alerts to on to get notifications. The forest is there. And there's traverse rewards. Okay. So, if what I'm seeing is correct, then, yep, 15 is indeed another rest node. Ugh! Hear erratic flapping sounds. Well, if I'm going to be only doing 10 more floors, then I'm going to lock in here. And use higher tier servants. Yeah, it looks like it does turn into every 5 floors or something. Just from what I'm looking, I'm seeing something. Hang on. Do this properly, or I'm gonna screw up and hurt poor Lip in the long term. And that would not be good. Legendary Panther you can't hunt until you do all the 100 challenges. That sounds like a bit of a tedious time. Not gonna lie. You can't hunt the Legendary Panther until you've hunted everything else. Actually, no, that sounds kind of like Skyrim with Hermaeus Mora's Daedra Shrine stuff. So, I take it back. So, 10, 15, 20, and then the next layer will be at 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, I know I've got 3 weeks for this. I'm guessing it's 200 floors. I'm not gonna go any further checking. I just wanted to see how many. And it does look like it's gonna be like every 5 floors eventually. 3 weeks for this. I'm just trying to decide what will be the best way to approach this situation then. I could do... If I do 20 floors... Oh, wrong person. Archer. We need Lancer. 4-star Lancer at least. Or Berserker. Berserker lot. Come on in. Come on down. The price is right. Yeah, sure. That sounds like it could be interesting to look at. It'd be better than looking like at some random person. You know. Plus... I imagine if I tried to search up the trophy guide, I would get a lot of weird results. Not gonna lie. I feel like I would get a lot of weird results if I tried to search up hunting trophies. But So, if it is 200 floors, if I did 20 floors in a stream, that would be 10 streams worth of doing just this event alone. Now, I could justify by, say, you know, doing those 20 floors on stream and then after stream also doing some Night Rain, but that's still a lot of streams for just this event. And thinking about it, it's not necessarily going to be the, it's very possible that after the first 100 floors, I might not have to worry about, that kind of stuff, because the stories tend to, the second set of 100 floors tends to just be extra stuff. So it could just be the first 100 floors end up being streamed as far as the event, and then the challenge quest is on the 200th floor. Possibly. And I am putting Pokemon on hold until I get enough BBQ points. So tomorrow's stream, I could tomorrow do another stream of this. And alongside that, I could then do Night Rain after doing like the next set of floors or something. It would be feeding into my Night Rain addiction a little bit, but you know. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Also, I have no idea if the stream has crashed or if it's just my laptop is being finicky as heck. Because as far as my laptop, which is what I'm using to monitor the stream manager, it's been like freezing every 10 seconds or something. 9th multi. I believe in you, J6. I would wish you luck, but it would only be bad luck. Are all your rare trophies less than a bronze? 3 bronze trophies? Good gracious, why do those bronze trophies have such low rarities? That just doesn't make sense. Also, why is Kat unconscious? I thought I did her upgrade so that her skill did not stun her anymore. Withdraw. I could have swore I did her upgrade so her skill did not stun her any further. So no Cat. Nobu. Got a Lobo Spook? Oof. Sadness. You did a skip then? Pardon the yawn. No, that's fine. No, use Nobu Smash. Exactly. Like, the bronze trophies are supposed to be the easiest things in the game, but 0.9%, 0.3%, 0.4%? That's just wild. Yeah, I thought her NP had evolved at some point to not stun herself, but I guess I was, excuse me, wrong on that. Also, gotta love how Summer Nobu does a Nobu Nobu Ha. Gotta love it. Only Nobu. Only Nobu would do that. Ooh. That sucks. Pardon the yawn, good gracious. I don't know why I'm so yawny right now. Lobo isn't. Did Saberdusa come later? Did Saberdusa actually appear? J6? Dun dun. Bum ba da bum! Yay! I do a cheering sound, but I don't have a soundboard, so Yeah. Caskill, sure. Like I said, I'm just gonna use whoever catches my eye, because I'm just going all out here if I'm only doing 20 floors in a stream. Both in the same multi, 30 ticks, 270 quartz. That's a lot. That is admittedly quite a lot spent, but you know, you got Saberdusa in the end, man. And that is what truly matters. Now you just need to start saving up again for the summer in less than a month. Yeah! Also, I saw the invite. Oh, well, thank you for inviting me to reshift.io. I am going to close the webpage that I opened up to remind me to do so. Beep. Just trying to not get a brave chain. The most rare trophy besides the platinum is Gold Rush, requiring to get 70 gold medals in story mode. And those odds are almost the same as the odds of the other trophies you showed off. Has there ever been a case where a video game has, like, reclassified their trophy rarities? Okay, was Anna not... Yeah, I definitely misread you saying Medusa as Media. I thought you had rolled multiple Media lilies, not Medusa lilies. No battle node. Number 15. Resting scene at the fountain. So, Saberdusa was towards the end. Okay. NP3... Martha, 5 Penth, 2 Zerkerlot, 2 Anna, 2 Lobo. Nice. Yeah, I misread things. Meanwhile. Hey, it's... I don't remember her name. Mary Anning! That's the name. That's the name, Mary Anning. Yep, no matter how many times I look at it, still love this terrain. Especially how the water's almost perfectly still. I can't shake the feeling that something could pop out at any second, but since I'm inside the simulator... No, wait. Now that I think about it, I don't actually know much about what the simulator does. Maybe there's a chance I could find fossils in here? Well, you think so too, huh? Well, I got nothing better to do now anyway, so I may as well start excavating. Just you wait, undiscovered simulator source. Yeah, 1 in 1,000. I mean, there are a lot of things... I'm just trying to think. In some instances, it's things that are added far later on, after, like when trophies are added after the game has been played, but I'm going to look at my current thing. So for Elden Ring Night Rain, only about 19% of players have found the center of the crater, so that's not too bad. But, I mean, that's just one example of an easy achievement. So 19% of players did an easy achievement in Elden Ring Night Rain, but less than 1% of players did those 3 achievements in Red Dead Redemption 2, which has been out for so much longer. Also, I am not reading that line, Maeve. You cannot trick me. Even in this backwater spring in the dark and gloomy forest, just sitting in a chair and stretching my legs is enough to make it feel like a 5-star resort. I can't help but envy all the lucky souls who get to see me like this. Well, don't hold back on my account, my good-looking braves. Sing, dance, and make merry. Just don't forget to pay me due respects while you're at it. In the meantime, I'll allow one of you to bring me a cute cocktail from the bar. First come, first to serve. Me. Fujino! Wow, a random Fujino. Surprise! It is so rare to see her. Like, she had a nice little appearance in the summer event, the Haunted Island camp summer event thing. She had that nice little appearance, but it's very nice to see her. She's very sweet. You know what happens to people who party too much at movies, right? You may want to be more careful. I have no idea what you're talking about. You know, I don't see you around much, but I bet you shine pretty bright with just a little polish. I'm sorry? Lately, talking Debbie Downers who are all like, I don't need to be happy, it doesn't suit me anyway. And forcing them out of their shell has been kind of my thing, so... Anyway, come with me. Don't worry, I don't bite. Thanks, but no thanks. Aw, poor Fuji. The only other game you 100%ed is Mad Max, but in technicality, since the achievements requires Warner Brothers servers to run on, which it doesn't. RIP. Hey, senpai! You know, I know we're in a forest instead of the mountains, and a spring instead of a lake, but this is still bringing back less than pleasant memories for me. Zufu! Really? I don't have any memories like that at all. You're the one responsible for them, damn it! I can't believe Lady was pinching my cheek. Is this what heaven is like? Oh, Zufu, never change. Golden! What's that sound? Blondie, 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 you gotta save me! Is it? It's the mythical. It's the man. The myth. The legend. Eric Crimsonblade. What the hell's going on here? Aw, damn it. Easy there, Eric. Tell me what the hell happened. I mean, I'm sure Kyoko there's got something to do with it, but still. Hey, what was that, Kaidomaru? You don't like Psy Viper? Okay, so Air is pretty scary looking. I mean, they don't get people named Blood Axe because they're good at, like, gardening or whatever. But then I started imagining him just carrying a really fancy axe, so he didn't seem so scary anymore. In fact, he looked kind of cute. Then I decided to decorate the heck out of his axe to match my mallet, and the next thing I knew, he'd gone totally berserk. Well, no golden wonder. Kinda wish you'd thought twice before you decided to break out the rhinestones. Kentucky, can you hear me? Whoa, are you lucid right now, Eric? Please, don't be too hard on her. I understand she was just trying to be nice in her own way. But if my wife came by and saw another woman playing with my axe, I'd be embarrassed, which is to say, hex to hell and gone. I wish I had a soundboard so I could make a whipping sound right now. Man, poor Eric. He is whipped. I managed to cover it up by going berserk, but now I don't know what to do with my axe. The trophy gold rating for 100%, best in the West has a 0.5. Less rarity than 4. Good. How? That doesn't make any sense. If you need to 100% complete RDR2, then that should be the lowest rarity trophy. Would you mind if I cut you with a Kentucky? Hell yes, I would. Well, I guess berserkers really can't communicate with each other without using words. You don't understand him, Kyoko. Seems like something you'd be able to do. Toss him in the water. Uh-oh. Both their axes went flying off into the spring. Hey, I'm sorry, okay? I didn't mean to. Man, my axe is at the bottom of the spring, too. How am I gonna get it back? Oh, no. Hello, good protagonists. You seem to be in trouble. Tell me, which axe did you drop? This golden axe or this cryptocurrency axe that could make you a gazillionaire someday? Oh, no. Who introduced Karen to crypto? Who the hell are you? What do you mean? Isn't it beyond obvious that I'm the goddess of the spring? Incidentally, those of you who answered the question honestly will receive payment wired directly to their newly created cryptocurrency account. I'll just need you to sign this consent form before you can participate in this once-of-a-lifetime opportunity. I don't suppose you have any cuter axes, do you? Maybe ones that light up and make sounds for Blondie? Oh my, I didn't expect to run into an investor interested in digital cosmetics. Yes, of course I do. This demonic great axe here glows, hums, depletes things considered to be important of its bearer every time it's used, such as their savings or height. Stealing your height? That sounds terrible. Could you leave my axe out of this? A silver trophy is... Yes, that does not make sense. Gold... And another excellent point there, Infinity Lord. If it has Gold Rush in it, it should be a gold trophy. Even if it is like the easiest trophy to be obtained, if it has gold in its name, it needs to be a gold trophy. Investments that match my lifestyle, huh? Oh no, Eric! No! He's being dragged into the scam. Sean is here! That's not surprising. Are you enjoying yourself, Reese? This water's nice and cool, isn't it? I thought Reese was a shark. Oh, what's wrong, Reese? You were having so much fun just a moment ago, but now it seems like you're trying to hide. Ah, there's the shark. Now that was a great bath. I guess there really are all kinds out here, huh? Oh, that just goes to show how rejuvenating this spring is. Truly is, no matter who or what you are. Saintly smile. Data update. Yay. Sure. Lay it on us, J6. Lay it on us. I hope that still counted as a completion, by the way, game. Otherwise, I'm going to be very, very annoyed. Yeah, that is a very weird name for an achievement. Very, very weird. Alright, jumping back into this. And it didn't! Thank you, Data Update. You treated me just like you did all the way back when Babylonia was still being released. I'm not going to read this again, though. I'm going to assume that Jean was the last note, so I'm going to just skip. Beat the game in Son of Sparta difficulty, which is the hardest difficulty, but one of it, but not the hardest. I wonder what could be more difficult. I'm going to leave the foliage quests, I think, and just do those off-stream. Excuse me. Just so I have something to do. What was the Lancer? So, Saber. Give me Salter. Yes, I'm going to try and beeline to floor 20 so I can get on and get some Night Rain in. I want to get at least one Remembrance done, and maybe some more. Maybe at least 2 other runs beyond a Remembrance run. That is my goal for today, Night Rain purposes. Only a 5.4%, that's not bad. 5.4% is not too bad. Become another 5-hour stream. Well, I mean, considering each run takes about 45 minutes, that will technically make it pretty close to a 5-hour stream. So, yeah. Very technically speaking. It might not. It kind of depends how fast I can blitz through this. I need archers. Archers. I need an AoE archer. Adelante. I'm pretty sure is AoE. Yeah, no. I do not have the endurance to do a 24-hour stream. I do not have that level of endurance, sadly. Also, I forgot to do the Mystic Code boost. Gosh darn it. both Zahak and you have attempted, and you both died. Well, you should have told me I could have gone to your funerals. I mean, I would like to do a subathon at one day, but that would require me to become big enough of a streamer to actually get consistent subs. So, maybe one day, though. Maybe one day. Also, laptop, can you stop crashing Twitch for whatever reason you're crashing Twitch? Is it because I've got too many tabs open or something? Do I need to close some tabs? Is that what it's coming down to? I will close tabs if I need to. Lancer again. I need Saber again. Sumanai. I'll close this one. Yeah, even closing tabs is laggy AF. Buster effect this. Good. I mean, again, I don't really know if I could pull off a 24-hour stream, though. That just seems painful to do. 24 hours is a long time. And I can't even tell you the last time I stayed up for 24 hours straight. I have done those before. I have done 12/6 hour streams before, yes. 6 hour streams more commonly. I think I've only done like maybe one 12-hour stream, and that was a couple of years ago with old school RuneScape when a leak dropped. So that was a while ago. Let's try Alter Ego for this one. So we'll have to go even higher still. Alter Ego, Alter Ego. I'm blind, there is an Alter Ego. Go. Alright, I gotta... Why is it going so bad? I might have to reset my laptop entirely. There's him playing a new JP account which he no longer touches. RIP RIP J6 RIP. How could you let him no longer touch a JP account? If he was dedicated enough to start, he should have been dedicated enough to finish it. Okay, I'm gonna restart my laptop just to see if that speeds things up here. Does mean I will not have access to my stream dashboard, so I pray that no bots come in to take advantage of this downtime from me not being able to manage them. Yeah, my laptop's going very slow because I'm hovering over the start button to get to the menu, and it's not doing anything. Because you got him into a JP account? He's your boss. That's news. You're not allowed to talk back to my boss. Huh. Interesting. I think you need to see human resources, J6. Just saying. I think you might need to consult human resources. Come on, let me reset my laptop. Yes, Night Rain will be coming along here probably within the next 20 minutes or so, I'd say. Because this is floor 19 and floor 20, the last one I'm going to do on stream. Before I take a break from things. Can I please reset my laptop? Good gracious. Everything is just rubbing out. Okay, I'm gonna have to force restart my laptop. Which is not good for laptops. Or any kind of PC. So, force shut it down, reboot it up, then reset it. So that way it properly resets, because for some reason you don't actually reset your system if you shut your system down completely or something. You're a mod, so there's a running joke where you call him your boss, except for when you tease him calling him a fake demon lord. Oh. J6, are you trying to say I should mod you since you keep calling me a rooster? There's someone here. I'm gonna ambush them. There's no sense giving them a chance to fight back. Slow down. You want to make Io cry again? It's Oberon! You're just explaining why Zahak is your boss. Well, do you want to be a mod for me? You would get vacation time, you know? And you can talk back to me. Yes, I have Infinity with his threat of infinite napalms, but he's not here as often, to be fair. He's not here as often, so. Unless he's, you know, just lurking in chat, which I wouldn't put it past him to do. Now it's you. What a coincidence running into you out here, Master. I do get the feeling I would have lost my head if I'd stayed in the tall grass any longer. But that's probably just my imagination. Hope we didn't get off on the wrong foot. Oberon, what are you doing here? What do you mean? I'm a Chaldean servant too. Of course I'm going to do everything I can to help out in an emergency. Especially in a case involving a forest. I can't miss an adventure in the woods now, can I? You find anything out? Oh yes, I've learned this is the worst forest I've ever been to. I even ran into a spring goddess that talked me into buying a hammer. No, Oberon, you got crypto scammed! I didn't actually have much cash on me, though, so I signed up for a payment. No, no! Karen claims another victim. And as my master, I'll expect you to be sent the bills. So when they come due, I hope you'll remember what you and I have been through together and pay for me. I should have struck while he was still in the grass. Oh, and hello, who might this lovely young lady? I see. For the Gold Rush trophy, it used to be even harder to do, since you had to be unable to use your current weaponry, nerfed your stats, and you would have had to then do it post-game, so 0.2% obtainment after was changing. Oh, so that's why my laptop decided to suddenly crap out. It had an update that it didn't tell me about. You've already got all the dependable companions you need. I'd just slow you down if I were to tag along. I'll just get out of your hair and leave the forest expedition to you then. Besides, today's clearly not my lucky day if that weird goddess I ran into is any indication. But don't worry, you wouldn't want to be in the forest at night. It's safe during the day, though. As long as you don't run into any strange fairies like me, anyway. Viper, I'm feeling some sense of aggression directed towards Oberon here. Would you like to maybe extrapolate a little why you're feeling this aggression? I have a feeling it's something to do with mats. Just got an intuition on that. Even with the obviously unnatural tree walls that need to be kicked open continuously blocking our way. So you kick them open. What kind of shoe? Boots? Heels? Sneakers? Why does it matter? I don't think the kind of footwear you have on is important. Incidentally, my melee strikes are fundamentally based on karate since judo is focused on grappling. Our eggplant knows judo and karate? Since when does our eggplant know martial arts? Of course, karate kicks then. Come to think of it, AA did say the gallant knight was a master of British karate. Well, anyway, if these walls can be kicked open, then you can just think of them as novelist doors. Alright, good luck with your search. I'll be cheering you on through the command room monitor. She hits things with her shield. Who was that? He didn't look or sound like a bad guy. That was Chaldea's Fairy King. He usually claims to be a non-combatant who avoids dangerous places whenever possible. But it looks like he still came here to look into what's going on. Didn't give us any useful advice, though, so I appreciate him coming despite the danger. Okay, let's just forget what he said and keep moving forward. The forest ahead isn't like what we've seen so far. It feels like the wind and air flow differently. Understood. Let's proceed carefully then. You drink water. My throat's growing dry. The computer's restarting at long last. What in the world? It's a tree. Big old tree. It's a tree with many trees growing on it from the looks of things. It's like it just sprouted out of nowhere. I can't even see the top of this tree. It's enormous. I see a hollow that looks like an entrance. Almost seems like it's inviting us in. I can't help but think the sense of symbolism here is somehow related to the anomaly. For now, we'll just have to go in and check it out, but be extra careful. You know, this kind of event would have been really suited to an Oku-type format, where it is more of a maze, but has the exhaustion mechanics. I feel like that would have worked. Okay, we're inside the giant tree. It does look like some sort of entrance. We can even see clearly thanks to the sunlight coming in from the outside. I can't really tell how it's getting in here, though. Feels like a plaza. Kind of calming. I agree, it seems like you could take a very pleasant nap here. So it's just a plaza. Is there nowhere further to explore? There, in that corner, approach these walls. There's an incline on the floor leading up to it, so it probably continues upward on the other side of the wall, too. I wonder what that means. We'll be able to make our way up this huge tree once we kick that wall open. Wait, there's someone here. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? I wasn't looking at the servant classes. It's normal Medusa. Rider Medusa. Yeah, don't normally see that outfit. Let's just say there's a reason I might look different right now, so please don't worry about it. Is that even one of her ascensions? I don't recall that being one of her ascensions. The same kind of thing that could happen to other servants too, but it won't affect their capabilities. Just be aware this is the kind of thing that can happen. That's her third ascension? Huh. Anyway, it looks like we might have a problem on our hands. I don't know what the problem is, but I agree that it doesn't look like a good situation. First I run into my cursed self at the spring, now you show up? I see, so you met Gorgon. I'm not a fake Medusa fan. Not at all. I'm more used to her FSN appearance, okay? What did you think of her? Not much. She might look a little different from me in various ways, but she was still connected to my fate. The only difference is, she was connected to the process while I'm connected to the result. That's all. Do you disagree? No, not at all, no. When you get down to it, it's just not Gorgon. We're all the same. Then why are we on different sides right now? Why am I trying to do a job, and why are you trying to stop me? Oh, is this going to be another one of those events like with Tomoe for the first tower event? The answer to that is also because we're the same being. I don't get it. Quit being coy. You know what? I think we've wasted enough time talking. Is talking to other versions of yourself the latest trend in Chaldea or something? We should probably warn people that it's actually pretty boring. I see. That's too bad. I was hoping you'd spend a little more time here. You too? Gorgon also didn't want to let Soul's team go on ahead yet. What's waiting up ahead anyway? How do we resolve this anomaly? Unfortunately, I'm not at liberty to answer that. Don't bother, there's only one thing to do about interlopers who refuse to talk. Make them understand. Forcibly. I don't especially want to fight you, but seeing what you're capable of wouldn't be the worst idea. If you want to fight, I'm happy to oblige. I think we're about to have another servant fight, Master. Medusa off. I hope they'll let me use Medusa. Really? Thank you, Master. I meant Saber Medusa. So, we're going to be up against... I mean, it's not like there's a lot of Medusas to really be facing off against is the issue. That's annoying. That is quite annoying. But since this is the last one I'm doing, I can just bring double Scotty fun time. Woo! Scotty is Scotty. The Scotty can have a fragment of 2030. And change this to that. And let's go. Fatal battle. Let's us begin. And P gain down, of course. Not gonna really affect me, though. Excuse me. Don't know what kind of immunity she's got going on. Petrify immunity. Sure. And that. And that. And Mighty Brave change. Sounds like a plan. Okay, because my laptop is not fully booted up, I might have to actually just properly restart the stream here in order to, before I switch over to Night Rain, because I can't modify the stream title or anything through Streamlabs. So, very real possibility that after this bit of story section, the stream will go down for a short period of time while I undergo a... while I update everything as far as the stream goes. Alrighty. And that's that. What does this say? Last bit of story here for the day of FGO. The clashing. Oh, that was interesting use of Mystic Eyes, as far as the animation goes. My rider self. The rider of Pegasus, an abomination born at the same time as Chrysor. Without any animosity, this feels like nothing more than a sparring match. Still, it was nice to get some exercise in for a change. I guess having an opponent you don't have to hold back against is a rare and valuable thing. You're letting us go past? I know I can't keep you here forever. Besides, if we keep going, it won't feel like a friendly sparring match anymore. Head for the top. Huh? This enormous tree is the heart of the forest. And the heart of the heart, so to speak, is at the very top. Either way, you're going to have to make your way there. Once you do, I'm sure you'll understand. Understand what? Yeah, 480k is not bad. I no longer have visual in Rider Medusa. I swear, I can't tell if she wanted us to keep her here or let us pass. Apart from that, Pegasus was awfully cute. I hope I get the chance to pet him someday. Aww. Well, I guess she wanted to let you pass, just not right away. Which means she was waiting for something about the situation to change first, Oh well, we can always worry about that later. No choice but to climb the tree. That's true for the time being. It seems like our best course of action is to head to the top of the tree. The roots and branches that make up the stairs, or rather the slope that leads to the top, are probably just like the ones in the walls we've seen so far. Which means we'll need servants to kick open the way forward, and we'll need to give them time to recover from the exhaustion that follows. The 100-story pagoda. That's honestly the closest comparison I'm getting, because this very much feels like it's meant to be a journey of discovery for Saberdusa, much like that was a journey of discovery for Tomoe. It's really starting to seem doable, this is. Love that confidence. Then you already understand that on missions like this, where servants face frequent and unavoidable exhaustion, securing areas for servants to rest and recover is crucial. Luckily, this place already seems perfect for napping, so it should make a good rest spot. Good point, this also seems like a perfect time to refuel. So why don't we get out a blanket and enjoy the food we brought along? Alright, Daikokutin made some delicious looking rice balls for us today, so... Wait, eating a meal? Outside? On a blanket? Senpai, is this a picnic? Pretty much. I knew it. This is so exciting. I never thought I'd go on a picnic today. Mash is adorable. Wait right here, Senpai. I'll have everything set up in no time. And Medusa, please be ready to take your shoes off at a moment's notice. Why? Because sitting barefoot on a picnic blanket should make it feel like we're in the kind of nice house you should take your shoes off in before entering. And in my analysis, that touch of extraordinary should be crucial for a complete picnic experience. Mash is very passionate about her research. Yeah, she doesn't really get out that much, so humor her. Well, it's no big deal. I can handle taking my shoes off. Those boots look awesome, but don't look like they come off easy. True, they're tough, durable, and useful in combat, but I guess that does also make them hard to take off. I could change their magical energy composition, but that seems kind of a hassle, too. So I'll just untie the laces while we wait for her to get back. I'm getting a vague sense of deja vu. Have I been through something like this before? I don't know. Takes a while to tie the laces. I can imagine. Alrighty. So that was Area 20, or Wall 20, traversed of the forest. We got an artisanal spirit. CE. Sakura from the Heavens Feel ending. I can't really recall that too well. That is indeed Penth in the background. I was right! It's Penth with Amazonas. Ooh. Bond boost is not bad. After crossing numerous steep mountain passes and slogging along muddy roads, you will eventually have but one step left to take. Even if there is no one there to praise you, even if there is no one there to witness it, the muddy residue will be proof of your achievements. The artisan's pride wishes for such an honor, and they continue to work, pouring all their hopes and dreams into their craft. Alrighty. So, that is going to be... Oh, the background's changing. That is going to be where I call this bit of FGO portion of the stream here. The whole stream will be going off for just a brief bit to allow me to update the stream settings as far as on my main PC, and then I will be jumping into some Night Rain. But for now, thank you all so much for coming out. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave me some feedback in whichever way you so see fit. If you want to check out more by me, be sure to check out my channels here on Twitch and YouTube. Same name, same games. There's plenty of content to enjoy. Also, check out my Discord. It is in the description below of this YouTube video. Once again, thank you so much for coming out. Hope you enjoyed. And I will see everybody in stream in Night Rain. Hopefully.